Hey everyone, welcome back. So today's explainer is an absolute game changer. It's a deep dive into something that honestly feels a bit like magic, but as we're going to see, is actually a highly structured, repeatable process. We're looking at how to synthesize a premium 4K cinematic aesthetic using AI video generators. If you love clean, visually stunning content and want to understand the exact mechanics of how to prompt an AI to actually create it, you are in the perfect place. We're going to deconstruct the exact vocabulary, the workflow, and the ultimate master prompt you need to achieve a flawless, high-end look.
Okay, let's dive right into this quote. Want to create amazing videos with AI in less than 30 seconds? Now, you might be thinking, that sounds a little like clickbait, right? But it's actually not an empty promise. That direct quote from our source material represents the completely new reality of digital creation. It's the hook of a 30-second voiceover script designed to grab your attention immediately. But more importantly, it perfectly sets the stage for the specific aesthetic we're chasing today. Fast, hyper-realistic, and visually stunning.
So here is our roadmap for today. We're hitting 4 main areas. First, defining the premium tech aesthetic. Second, the anatomy of 4K cinema. Third, the AI video workflow. And finally, crafting the master prompt.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the premium tech aesthetic, and defining our ultimate goal.
So what exactly are we aiming for here? The source material is super specific. The ultimate visual goal is to make it look like a high-end Apple or Google commercial. Think about the vibe of those ads for a second. It means fast-paced editing, compositions that instinctively draw your eye in, and ultra-clean environments. We're talking pristine glass surfaces, vibrant but perfectly controlled colors, and impossibly crisp lighting. It's not gritty at all. It is the absolute pinnacle of modern, clean, tech-focused cinematography optimized to look amazing on a high-definition feed.
And this brilliantly illustrates how to get there. You don't just ask the AI for a random pretty picture, you have to build a whole scene. The scenario the source lays out features a young content creator sitting in a super clean, RGB-lit modern workspace. They're using a laptop, and the screen shows an AI video generator transforming a simple text prompt into these stunning scenes. By feeding the AI this highly specific, relatable scenario, you're anchoring that premium tech aesthetic in a human story. It just makes the final output infinitely more engaging.
Moving right along to Section 2, Anatomy of 4K Cinema, where we deconstruct this specific look.
Now, what's really interesting here is just how specific you need to get with your lighting instructions. Take volumetric lighting. That doesn't just mean making the room brighter, it literally commands the AI to simulate beams of light physically interacting with the atmosphere, like when the morning sun streams through a window and catches those tiny dust motes in the air. Throwing that single term into your prompt adds this massive sense of 3D depth. It's an instant upgrade from an amateur generation to professional-grade output.
And that ties perfectly into another heavyweight technological term, ray tracing. If you're into gaming or 3D rendering, you probably know this one well. It's the absolute gold standard for lighting because it simulates how light rays actually behave in the real world, which gives you those ultra-realistic reflections and gorgeous soft shadows. By literally typing ray tracing or realistic reflections into your prompt, you're basically forcing the AI to mimic a traditionally super expensive rendering technique.
To make all of this really actionable, our source provides this awesome cheat sheet categorized by visual style keywords. For lighting, you want to drop in power words like global illumination or soft shadows. For camera dynamics, you're explicitly telling the AI's virtual camera how to act with phrases like smooth camera motion or shallow depth of field to get that beautiful blurry background. And for the atmosphere, use terms like 4K HDR, futuristic UI, or RGB lighting. Guys, these aren't just adjectives, they are literal code words that trigger the AI's highest quality output.
All right, part 3, the AI video workflow, taking us from text to scene. The source really highlights a massive paradigm shift here. I mean, think about it. The traditional route for this 4K tech aesthetic, you'd need incredibly expensive cameras, a dedicated lighting crew, complex editing software, the whole shebang. But AI video generation completely flips the script. As they point out, it requires absolutely no expensive gear and zero editing skills. It's literally just your imagination and an AI generator. It's the total democratization of the premium cinematic look.
Let's actually break down the exact timeline the source maps out for a high-energy, viral 30-second scene. Pacing's absolutely crucial here. From 0 to 5 seconds, a slow push-in as the creator opens their laptop, revealing a floating AI logo. Then, 5 to 10 seconds, boom! Quick close-ups of typing, screen glow, the interface popping up.
10 to 18 seconds is the build-up, digital particles, a slick, futuristic processing animation. 18 to 26 seconds is the big payoff, where the cinematic video plays, sweeping drone shots over majestic mountains. And finally, 26 to 30 seconds, a smile, an upload to YouTube, and a satisfying video generated successfully message. It's a perfectly timed, highly dynamic narrative arc.
Which brings us to our final section, Part 4, Crafting the Master Prompt, the ultimate formula.
So the crucial point is just how crazy simple this is in practice. The script breaks it down into 3 rapid steps. Step 1, open up your favorite AI generator. Step 2, write a crystal clear prompt and pack it with those specific camera angles and lighting details we just talked about. Step 3, hit generate. That is it. Just sit back and let the AI do all the heavy lifting of rendering those beautiful soft shadows and smooth camera sweeps.
And here is the actual master prompt from our source, which perfectly synthesizes everything we've learned today. Listen to this. Create a 30-second vertical, ultra-realistic 4K cinematic AI tutorial video. Right off the bat, it locks in the exact format. Then it says, show a modern content creator in a premium RGB lit workspace. Boom, there's our narrative structure. It goes on to ask for that volumetric lighting and explicitly demands that the overall style look like a high-end Apple or Google commercial. By combining these super specific trigger words with a clear narrative, there's zero ambiguity. The AI basically has no choice but to give you a masterpiece.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on. We've just seen how a single, well-crafted paragraph can conjure up a 4K cinematic look that used to cost thousands of dollars and days of set time. If a master prompt can essentially replace an entire film crew, a lighting director, and a video editor today, what on earth will content creation look like tomorrow? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Get out there, start experimenting with those prompts, and I'll catch you next time.